I'll slip on down to your oasis. Oh, I got long places. Oh, yeah, I got some long places.
So, in answer to how long did it take to me encounter country music upon landing in Nashville? Less than 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm stood right outside Tootsie's Orchid Lounge at Nashville International. Currently searching, however, for American Airlines baggage department, who apparently have my case that went missing. So, we'll end this here. Hello again from Nashville. If you'd not yet seen the photo, I have been reunited with an old friend. Welcome back into my life, Kate. So I'm waiting now for a guy called Jason, who's a local Doctor Who fan, was very kindly said I can stay at his for a couple of nights till my flight home. And well, I'll briefly show you my surroundings. Right, I'm sat right next to this amazing display of Gibson guitars. I just photographed all three of them because I know a guy in the States in a band, and I knew he'd appreciate those. But this is the most interesting airport I've ever been in. There's like adverts for the Johnny Cash Museum over here, and for Studio B over there. It's absolutely steeped in showbiz around here, and you know you're in Nashville when you walk through, and even the clothes shops at the airport feel like they're selling the sort of clothes country stars will wear. And as I showed you earlier, that was like less than 10 minutes walk from getting off the plane. There was a couple of local musicians playing. They weren't getting paid by the venue, granted, they were paying for tips, and unfortunately most of my change is tucked away in my bag, but I gave them a few cents for their trouble. Hello Kevin, do you like guitars? This is my view right now. I get to watch Gibsons, absolutely prime, brand new mint Gibsons, just go round and round. I've had worse views at airports. Yeah, the strange noise is because I'm also right next to an escalator. So, I mean, there's a baggage area over there. How calm is that? So I'll say goodbye for now. I have gradually been recording a podcast all about this. It started off being a holiday, it's now more of an adventure. So I'm going to dig out my audio recorder and record something for that. Bye for now.
I call it a solution. It's a broken-hearted thinking problem. So pull another bottle off the wall. People say I've got a drinking problem, but I've got no problem drinking it all. They keep on talking, drawing conclusions, call it a problem, I call it a solution. Just sitting here.
Hello and welcome to a rather interesting place, Cooter's place actually, as you might be able to tell from behind me. It's a Dukes of Hazzard museum. And it is quite rightly called Cooter's Place, because it's sort of owned and run by Ben Jones over there, who played Cooter in the series The Dukes of Hazzard. And I had no idea there was so much, call it what you want, merchandise, tat, general commercialism connected to a show that only ran for about 4 or 5 years, way back in the 1970s. Oh, we've got all the TV guide covers here. Hazzard County Garage, if you want your kid to hide in the garden. Oh wow, a Dukes of Hazzard calculator. There seems to have been a bit of a recording career thing going on, because John Schneider over here's had a record out. Ben Jones himself has got a band, and there's several CDs of his in the shop area. Round the front of the shop there's a little sort of mock-up of a kid's bedroom from the 70s, watching the animated series of the Dukes of Hazzard. Here, of course, we have episodes running of the actual live action series.
Well, that got Cooter and the boys off the hook and put the chop shop out of business.
See, look, Christmas album, John Schneider and Tom Wombat.
There you go. One more time now. 28's my lucky number.
Waylon Jennings, Waylon and Willie, Waylon the Rambling Man. Because I think Waylon Jennings did the theme tune to the Dukes of Hazzard. Hi Benjamin. Welcome to a fascinating place just outside Nashville. A museum dedicated to the Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, there quite literally are some Daisy Dukes hanging up here. Let's head back over here. Over here we have some actual memorabilia. And it says above, this is the actual door. And boy does it feel like it, because it's very old, of Uncle Jesse's house, because they filmed this not actually in Tennessee. I think it was in the neighbouring state, and then dotted around there's some sign photos from when there's been events here. And there's a sort of more up-to-date photo of Ben Jones there. And it's not a huge place, but it is a fascinating place. Rascal P. Coltrane. Cute. Oh, there was even a PlayStation game of the Dukes of Hazzard. Also, here's some of the original US VHS releases. There was an 8-track of music used in the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm not quite sure what this is. Dukes of Hazzard themed watch, a bed set. Bye from here. And there it goes.
Will now be on gate mark C25.
Hello from Nashville Airport. My flight doesn't leave for it doesn't even start boarding for just under 3 hours. So, having got through a couple of podcasts, I thought, well, I'll distract my brain further by doing another Facebook Live. Really enjoyed Nashville. Kind of unexpectedly enjoyed Nashville because I had that 2 days in New York that I didn't expect to have, that was meant to be like an hour or two, and did some sightseeing in New York, and kind of came to the conclusion that it's interesting enough, but when you've been to places like London as often as I have, to then go to New York is kind of like, it's just another big city. And also, it's a very strange place to be, New York. It's just so tall. So much of it is just so tall. Hi, Cass. And so, after those 2 days in New York, I came here to Nashville, and it's like a breath of fresh air. The people are friendly. It's such a colourful and interesting place. They're absolutely obsessed with music around here, even in this airport, which, by the way, is... And I've not the most travelled of people. I've so far only clocked up Heathrow, JFK, and this place. And hi, Nikki. And Nashville Airport is just such a wonderfully comfortable place to wait. I'll flip the camera around.
Hello.
So there you have it. It's just, there are huge amounts of areas at certain airports. Okay, we'll name names. JFK, Heathrow, where there's no carpet and it's uncomfortable to wait. Here, there's carpet everywhere. It's really comfortable to wait. And it's just a pleasant place to be. Hi, Nikki. Hope everything's fine back home. I checked the weather report. Summer seems to have returned. Hi, Dylan. So yeah, I'll show you some of the sights before I end this. Nearby there's a clothes shop called the Spirit of the Red Horse. There's another... I think that one's a clothes shop. Yeah, well, maybe a bit more of a general place. Over there's Radio Road. Hi Sam, hope everything's well with you. Hi Craig. Thought I'd show you guys a bit of Nashville Airport.
Can I get on this?
Yeah, probably does. Because I'm sort of waiting at my gate. My flight doesn't start boarding for another 3 hours. But I thought I'd get here in good time, and I'm really glad I did. Because the checking in the bag was easy. And then when I got... when I started passing through security, I was one of the people who got pulled to one side and put through the full body scanner. And not only that this time, but a nice security guard with rubber gloves on decided to pat me down. So I just must look nervous and suspicious and things. Hi Mike, yeah, hoping everything goes well this time. I mean, I've had all this time to think through what went wrong at JFK, and the one thing that didn't go wrong was the direction and the journey and everything else I took through the airport. Give us a sec, I'll see if I can make this camera a bit cleaner. Ah, that's better, much clearer. And when I was originally meant to be heading here, that was the one thing I did get right. I ended up in the right terminal, I ended up heading towards the right gate and everything. The only thing that went wrong was the damn losing of the passport. So this new temporary passport I have from the British consulate is sitting in my pocket until it's absolutely genuinely needed. So I will leave you with a few more sights of Nashville Airport, and I'll get back to a bit more podcast listening. Oh, surprise, surprise, there's a Starbucks. Yeah, there's a few more gates down in that direction. Well, I've landed. Hello from gate K19 at Chicago O'Hare Airport. It's very busy. There are TVs nearby showing CNN. but didn't have to grab my hold luggage. I'm assured by American Airlines that they will transfer it to this flight. So I'm guessing at this time of night most of you are asleep.
Group 4 customers, you're welcome aboard.
So by the time you're watching this, I'll probably already have got to London. But I'll give you a quick brief view of this part of the airport. So bye for now. Ooh, one person wants you, I wonder who it is. So just about to say bye for now. And I'll post another one of these when I land in Heathrow in a few hours' time.
Group 5 customers.
Hello from Heathrow. We landed about half an hour earlier than they told us we would. It was supposed to be just after midday we'd land, and we landed just after 11:30. Had a very good flight. Finally watched Logan. Excellent movie, excellent movie. Also watched The Founder and Ghost in the Shell. The Founder I liked. Ghost in the Shell I didn't think much of. Visually good, but other than that, not great. So I'll give you a quick look round, but I've got to grab the tube now and head over to King's Cross. Baggage pickup was a bit of fun because it was not massively clear which one my flight was ending up on, and in the end I was diving through my pockets desperately trying to find the boarding pass so I knew which flight number it was. So one person watching on. So goodbye from Heathrow arrivals. I'm about to grab the tube and head home.